Hi everyone. For once, look into yourselves, look deep and check. Do you have a trust issue? Do you have a problem with trusting yourself, trusting people? Do you think your trust is being broken by someone? Question mark. Answer it to yourself. Today I'm going to say something about trust, fundamentals of trust. See, a lot of people think that trust is something which is dependent on someone. Trust is something which can be built on, can be broken by someone. Okay. Now, trust is something which is our own emotion for the first step. It is always our choice, our opinion, our will to trust something, some situation or some person. So trust is not something which is dependent on someone. Trust is something which we are responsible for. It's we, it's me, it's the I which is trusting something, some situation or some person. Okay, if we go deeper into this, our trust, when keep trust on someone or put trust on something or some situation, unconsciously or subconsciously, we are referring to our own needs, our own wishes, our own wants, our own desires, aka also known as our own checklist which we want in our lives, in some person, in some place, in some situation. But at the end of the day, it's our checklist. It's not that the other person is generating. A lot of people put trust when the checklist is satisfied by the other person or by the situation. So what happens is that when the other person starts satisfying your needs, your checklist, you start projecting your trust on that person, thinking that this person matches with my checklist, my needs or my wants. Now this whole cycle is subconscious or unconscious. So watching this video or getting this information, a lot of you guys would not be able to relate with it because it is not cognitively conscious enough that you will be able to identify it directly. You will not be able to identify it, from the very first step. No, it will not hit at the bullseye on the very first step. It is unconscious, it is subconscious. You will not be able to identify it directly, straight. It is something which happens from the back door. So, the first thing you need to understand is that trust cannot be something which is generated by the other person. You will it, you choose it. So, trust is self-sufficient. Trust cannot be dependent on anybody else. What do we need to do to come out of this trust issue? First thing, change the approach, the way you approach to trust. We usually understand that trust is broken by someone else, as I said earlier. Now, someone else is actually not breaking the trust. Someone else is breaking your checklist. Someone else is breaking your identification of the need, of the want, of the wishes, which you have correlated with that situation, with that thing, with that person. When that person directly, indirectly, knowingly, unknowingly, willingly, unwillingly breaks that satisfaction bridge, you think that the person has broken the trust. But this thinking process will put you in dependency with that person. This thinking process will not allow you to be free. It is not an alliance of your freedom. So what you need to do is change the way you look at trust. You need to look at trust as a self-sufficient emotion of yourself. It's your choice. It should not be a mere way of satisfying your checklist. Satisfaction is not trust. Trust is a choice. Trust is willingness to put your trust into someone without any identification of any satisfactions of your checklist, of your needs, of your wants, of your desires. It's not something which the other person should trigger in you. It is something which you should trigger in yourself. It's something which you should generate in yourself, for yourself first, and then onto someone else. If we go one more point deeper, a lot of people end up trusting people just because they cannot trust themselves. You know, if you trust yourself, you may not have a need to trust someone completely because you already trust yourself over something, into something, for something, by something. Trusting on a very, very general note for people, it is something when they don't trust themselves, they feel the need to trust someone else for something. Now you're already dependent. When you are already dependent, it will not last forever. The things only last forever is something which are self-sufficient, which are directly connected to your source, to the source. If you want to deep dive, buzz me in, please share your views and opinions about this video. I will be more than happy to view and respond. Believe yourself, people. Believe in yourself, my friends. Your trust need not be broken. You deserve happiness. Take care, people. Peace.